The battle for sand continues. Will the city of Sarasota be able to replenish this erosion? Details coming up.
Plus, new details about a small plane crash that happened just hours ago in Mayaca City. What we now know about how that plane went down.
And a community in Lakewood Ranch being taken over by flies. We'll hear what they're doing to manage the problem. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello, welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jess Dowdrick. Thank you for joining us. Jacqueline Matter is out on assignment tonight. Right now, Manatee County deputies and emergency management crews are on the scene of a plane crash in Mayaca City. Our crews were there just moments after it happened. It happened near the Rocky Creek Ranch around 2 this afternoon. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies say the pilot, Dennis Herdenstein, did not get proper altitude during takeoff, causing his wings to wobble up and down. He cleared a barbed wire fence but clipped the right wing of the plane onto the piling, causing his plane to cartwheel and crash. He sustained multiple leg fractures but managed to crawl out of the plane. He was bay flighted and is being treated at the hospital.
As Sarasota moves forward to renourish Lido Beach, so does one group of community members to stop that project. The city says it has just asked for bids for the contractor who will renourish that badly eroded beach. But the effort to make sure that sand won't come from Big Pass has new developments as well. ABC 7's Taylor Torgano is live at Lido Beach this evening with an update. Taylor?
Scott, the neighbors who live in these condos just behind me say that this erosion has gotten so bad, they often fear that the entire building will come crashing down. But another community group says it's not about replacing the sand that's their issue. It's doing so at Siesta Beach's expense. Beach conditions on the Suncoast today reminded many why they fell in love with Sarasota.
I care about Siesta. It was so great to come down here and feel the warmth, and it's just friendlier, that's all.
It's a place Peter Van Rokens holds very dear to his heart. So close, he spent the last 6 years and thousands of dollars to preserve it.
This is a natural beach. Lido Beach is an artificial beach. And to risk destroying a natural beach to renourish an artificial beach is crazy.
Van Rokens led an effort called Save Our Siesta Sand to sue the city of Sarasota. The group tried to stop the city's plans of dredging nearly 200,000 cubic yards of sand from Big Pass, this sandbar that sits several hundred yards from the shore.
I know Big Pass, and when you change a channel, add a channel to Big Pass, what happens is you change the hydraulics. You have 2 streams now instead of 1. That reduces the water flow.
Save Our Siesta Sand lost its last lawsuit, but they're trying again, now planning to sue the Army Corps of Engineers for not addressing the environmental and economic concerns stemming from the project.
The Army Corps did not have the data, so that's scary.
The city is moving forward, saying this project isn't just necessary, it's critical. Their engineer just signed a project partner agreement with the Army Corps of Engineers to provide a funding source for Lido Beach renourishment for the next 50 years. Beachgoers say they see both sides.
If I had an expensive home over there and watching it erode into the beach, I'd be concerned. I would like some security.
Now, the city says the $3.9 million for this project is already in place, and they expect dredging to begin no later than November 14th. And as for that lawsuit, the Army Corps of Engineers has 60 days to respond before Save Our Siesta Sand says they'll be moving forward with litigation. I'm reporting live on Lido Beach. Taylor Torgano, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Right. Thank you, Taylor. A number of public beaches across the state are shut down amid concerns about red tide. In response to that new outbreak in South Florida, the Florida Department of Environmental Protection is offering $3 million to help mitigate the effects of red tide. The DEP and the FWC have been in contact with each impacted county to ensure they have the resources needed.
Moat Marine Lab is working with the Department of Health to analyze the amount of red tide toxins in the air. Moat scientists say past research reveals the toxins in the air can travel more than 2 miles inland. And with this recent bloom, people have complained of respiratory issues even further inland than that. Starting next Monday, they'll begin sampling areas across the coast up to 10 miles inland. Also today, the city of Sarasota announced an extension of the local state of emergency which is the 7th time the city has added more time to its emergency declaration. That order first went into effect back in August at the height of this bloom, when we were dealing with, the stench of dead fish and a lot of those fish washing up, which we haven't had lately.
It doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
Right. Let's get a check on our weather this evening with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, beachgoers not getting many complaints now. We're getting that east wind for the past 5 days now, and that has helped as far as that red tide getting into the air and coming back toward the coast. And so it's been a lot better out there. Even the water quality is improving in some areas. There's still red tide, don't get me wrong, but east winds really keep the harmful impacts moving offshore as opposed to onshore, whereas you saw there it can travel sometimes well inland. There's a shower offshore of Casey Key webcam right now. We have a few showers, mainly over South Sarasota County. Now, we did have a few near Palmasola at around the 4 o'clock hour. Those have since moved on, and there's still some out there to the east, and they're moving to the west. The heavier activity down to our south near Fort Myers. Had a few showers near Venice as well as near Inglewood, and that again heading off into the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll keep a slight chance for some rain this evening. There'll be spotty showers. Looks like most of it will be to the south, and then a chance for showers tomorrow afternoon once again. You'll see nothing going on there now in Osprey, Nokomis, and Venice. Still some clouds around, and the temperatures have cooled a little bit as a result of that, but the rain is gone for the most part there at this time, and we're not counting on a lot of rainfall through this evening. So if you have anything planned, looks to be okay. Kids' soccer practice, if it's still going on, it should be okay. 86 degrees right now, the heat index at 91. That's come down, that's nice, and that east wind is steady. It's 17, actually picked up a little bit. The pressure 29.97, still high, and it'll stay high until the high pressure ridge continues over the southeast. Notice how all the skies are clear here from North Carolina, West Virginia, all the way down to Texas, and we're continuing to watch this storm. It's been around there for 12 days now. Leslie, generating some big surf along the east coast. That may be good for red tide there too, and they're getting it on the east coast now as well. We're keeping an eye on this system. This is going to be a player next week. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. New at 6, a statewide criminal investigation is now underway into sexual abuse by Catholic priests. Florida officials are asking victims to come forward. Today, General Pam Bondi said that at least 15 victims of abuse have already come forward. The investigation comes in the wake of a Pennsylvania grand jury that said more than 100,000 children have been molested there since the 1940s. Bondi's office has set up a website that will allow people to report incidents of past sexual abuse. For a link to that site, just visit our website, mysuncoast.com.
New details tonight in a recently solved cold case murder in Sarasota. Luke Fleming, the man arrested for the murder of Deborah Dalzell, entering a plea of not guilty and is demanding a jury trial. Sarasota County Sheriff's detectives believe Fleming is responsible for murdering Dalzell back in 1999. New DNA technology was used to identify him, leading to his arrest last month. Fleming also has a new attorney out of Clearwater.
A good reminder now as to why you should always remember to lock your car. 2 Indiana men are behind bars tonight in Sarasota County. They are accused of a string of burglaries in Venice. And get this, detectives believe they were able to steal from a car inside of someone's garage. They say they snatched a garage remote from inside an unlocked car in the driveway. Then they used it to get inside of another unlocked car inside. Both are facing multiple counts of burglary.
A Sarasota woman is facing charges tonight after withdrawing thousands of dollars of someone else's money. Investigators say Shalene Townsend stole nearly $24,000. They say she went to multiple banks in Sarasota County making withdrawals with compromised credit cards. Alerted to the fraud, banks then notified law enforcement of the scheme. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight.
And I just hope this works. We all around here hope this works.
A community in Lakewood Ranch getting innovative to get rid of a big pest problem.
And Amazon recently announced it will increase minimum wage for employees. But there's a catch why some local workers say they are against the pay raise.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
This weekend on the ABC 7 live stream.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, Contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
My California closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do. Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000. Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hot, hot. It's the Ghetto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Ghetto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Ghetto location near you or visit Ghetto.com. Ghetto's got it.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
A new breed of pests are moving into the Lakewood Ranch community. Midge flies, also known as blind mosquitoes, are taking over the Watercrest condominium.
The problem is so bad, neighborhood leaders are willing to pay $50,000 to get rid of the bugs. ABC 7's Jackie Kelly talked with the Condo Association president about that plan. Jackie?
Scott, Jess, if you have a condo alongside a lake, you can expect bugs. But people are saying these midge flies are taking over surfaces, both indoors and out.
They're just everywhere.
Watercrest Condominium Association President Jerry Twiggs says this year they've seen midge flies blanket their property. In this photo, you can see the white car has tons of black specks. Those specks are dead flies, but Twiggs says cars aren't the only things picking them up.
When you walk in your unit, you trap midge flies into your unit, and they're swarming, and it's just been a real nuisance.
And he says his staff's efforts to clean up the mess just isn't enough.
The staff here would clean it up, and the next morning you wake up and we're back to where we started the previous day.
With complaints from so many tenants, Lakewood Ranch Town Hall has decided to do something about it.
We have put in the budget this year $50,000 for Lake Eline itself. We have some monies for other stormwater ponds outside of Lake Eline.
That money, which comes from Lakewood Ranch resident assessment fees, will be used in a three-part approach. A contractor will use a chemical treatment, hand spray, and plant vegetation that attracts their natural predators like dragonflies.
And I just hope this works. We all around here hope this works.
Now, Town Hall says that this process, which is already underway, should take about a year before they start seeing results. They say after that, they'll see if they have to do anything else to help fix this problem. Reporting live in Lakewood Ranch, Jackie Kelly, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Jackie, thank you so much. We hope they Get that cleared up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of fun out there.
Not at all.
Not at all. Good news, we have a new interactive map we're going to talk about. It's on our website now, too, so if you go to mysuncoast.com, the FWC has now provided the public to go and check on certain areas the red tide has been sampled. It's going to be a daily thing, so you have to wait till Wednesday or Friday.
That's great.
They'll still have those reports, but also it's really nice. I just checked it out. I posted the link on our mysuncoast.com. You'll see the story there and the lineup of all the different stories that we have. Speaking of red tide, looking a little better out there too. This is some good color. I haven't seen this in a while. This is Siesta Key. Mike Holden is sending this photo in, and with that east wind, it seems to have improved things in some areas along the west coast of Florida. Obviously, with that east wind also is pushing everything out west. And Cindy Desmond on Siesta Key, you can see those flags blowing quite nicely. A nice day out there on the beaches. More and more people starting to show up too. And here is the report of red tide. We showed you this yesterday. Now this is the reports of fewer reports of high concentrations. They're still there, and you can also click on that interactive map and it will tell you when the sample was taken. For example, this map, again, here it is. We'll go back to that in a bit. We can see that if we can. We'll show it to you, and then again, it's on mysuncoast.com. There's the interaction. You can click on each one of these little dots right there, and we'll give you a full report as to when the sample was taken and how high the concentrations are. Even on the East Coast, you can check out as well, and up in the Panhandle. Well, Holmes Beach webcam showing us some folks out there in the water occasionally today, and out there with their tents and umbrellas and enjoying a nice day. Then the rains came for a little bit and pushed the people away, getting set up for a nice sunset tonight right there. Well, the showers are around. They have been around, but they're thinning out a bit, and we're still seeing that strong east wind. It's around an area of high pressure, which again is located right here. This high pressure is going to bump down a little bit and move off to the east, and that will give us a more southeasterly wind component, and that will again allow the storms to move from a southeast to northwest direction. Most of the rain offshore now, a few showers down south near Cape Hayes, but we did have some rain earlier near South Venice. That has since moved on. It's kind of cooled things down a little bit there, but still temperatures into the mid 80s for the most part, and feels like temperatures a little bit warmer than that. That dry air that was around yesterday that limited our showers off in the Gulf, it's starting to thin out a bit here. Then we'll get another shot of some dry air on Saturday, so that will bring our rain chances back down. Got to keep an eye on this guy right down here. The indications are that the winds are still too strong. You see all those clouds racing to the east? Those are the high clouds, so conditions are not favorable for development over the next couple of days, but things may change by Saturday and Sunday. Those northeast winds and east winds are right now up and down the coast anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour. And as far as this system goes, with those east winds, it will push it a little off to the west. And models are indicating that something may pop out of here by, say, Sunday and Monday of next week. The chances of it developing 40%. That's up from 20 just 2 days ago. So once again, those are the systems we have to watch. They typically get into the Gulf of Mexico and cause some problems. So we'll watch it closely. But this one not causing any problems for land directly, but it is generating high surf along the east coast right now. We're talking wave heights up near the 7 feet already near Miami and West Palm Beach. Here's the forecast path and track. This is the old track that it's already done, and it's going to go back to where it began some 12 days ago, and it will be out there if it stays as a tropical storm 17 days. The record is 27. 90 right now in Tallahassee. It's 84 in Jacksonville, and as far as our current conditions go, it's 86 degrees. The feels like temperature still at 81. East winds are brisk, and the high today was above average at 91 degrees, and the record again not close to it, but still well above the average. Tomorrow we'll see temperatures warming into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees, but still a heat index up near about 100 degrees by noon, and stays that way up until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. East winds at 10 knots, and seas will be 2 feet or less with a light chop out there. As far as the 7-day forecast goes, 30% chance for showers on Friday, drops to Saturday, picks back up. We'll be watching the tropics next week, and looks like we'll have better chances for showers and storms. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Florida is cracking down on crooks who trick people into answering their cell phones. The Florida Department of Financial Services is working on getting harsher penalties for these scammers. These people use fake cell phone numbers to make it look like you're answering a call from a number that looks like it's from your local area. But it's really just a ploy that could end up costing you.
It is a nuisance, and a lot of times these scam artists are trying to prey on our most vulnerable populations, seniors being one of those, that may get confused at the number that's calling them.
A new law that took effect in July authorizes phone companies to block robocalls, but it hasn't helped so far. Experts say roughly half of all cell phone calls made next year will be scams.
Earlier this week, Amazon announced it would be raising its minimum wage to $15 an hour for all of its employees. And now the company is urging all its competitors and businesses nationwide to do the same. The corporation also vowed to work on getting Congress to increase the nationwide minimum wage to that same number for cities like Sarasota that are home to many successful businesses. This news puts pressure on companies to follow in Amazon's footsteps. But here's the catch. Amazon had to make up for the significant wage hike somehow.
To protect profit, well, then maybe any bonuses that you were earning, we'll take those away, but we'll give you a $15 an hour bump. So it's kind of a bit of a give and take, at least in that respect.
And although some states like Florida have increased their minimum wage by $1, $2, $3, the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour has not changed since 2009. And experts don't think Amazon's announcement will make any difference.
All right, when we come back, we're going to show you how you can take home a new best friend this fall without breaking the bank.
Tonight, as the fallout continues after the president mocked the accuser, what did the FBI find in the Kavanaugh investigation? Where do key senators stand now? When will lawmakers vote? World News tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Rugs as Art. You know the name. You know the building. But do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore. But there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
The Players Center presents the wild Broadway season opener, Annie, Get Your Gun. There's no business like show business. This slice of magical American musical theater will thrill you with the classic tunes of Irving Berlin. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. Annie, Get Your Gun, September 18th through October 7th. Let's go on with the show.
I heard about the DeToly Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the DeToly Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Looking for your new best friend? Well, Manatee County Animal Services is inviting you to fall in love this October. They're offering reduced adoption fees on dogs and cats. I'm not sure if the costumes come with them, but the fee will be $40 for dogs and $20 for cats. The shelter will also be celebrating National Pit Bull Awareness Day. That comes up on Saturday, October 27th. That will be the week that they will be giving away free pet products to every family that adopts a new pet. Aren't they cute?
Yeah, and it's no secret, I'm a big proponent of rescue animals. I have 2 rescue cats at home, and they are the best things that ever happened to me. So everyone should get out there and give these
Yeah, I have a
animals
rescue
forever.
dog as well. I dressed her up as a hot dog costume our neighbors gave us, so it looks like a hot dog. running around. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Yeah, she does actually.
Mia?
She likes it. Yeah, Mia likes it better than the collar. So
Keep it on all year round.
She's getting used to it. Yeah, looking good out there.
World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veteran Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now, before it's too late.
Make us fly! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. La! It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke, it's a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Introducing the ABC7 First Alert Weather Tracker. This all-new mobile weather lab is just one more way. The team you trust is keeping you ahead of the storms. The ABC7 First Alert Weather Tracker, sponsored by Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician.
Dear parents, it's time for a pop quiz. What's the best kind of play for kids? Play that makes us think? Or helps us pretend? or it teaches us rules, or to be creative. Actually, every kind of play is important because different kinds of play give us different kinds of skills. Help us mix up the ways we play. Okay, class dismissed. Now go play.